Right. First things first. The monkey. So mir Wasser.
Oh, gather round, ye mortals bold, from mist and brine and tales untold, where canvas reads and colors flow. Welcome to Painting Blue. Tobias perch upon the dong, it must be rung. For chibi charged and songs be sung. No timid brush, no timid crew. We pay like thunder splitting through. He's defender who half divine, born of ink and turpentine. Samurai heart with Irish grin, lets the living ether in. He doesn't plan, just do don't try. He squints one eye, charge a G, one fearless stroke, the sky turns blue, and dragons hatch from painting Buck, cock, knick-knack, laid a fortune egg. Open up inside, it says, trust the flow, don't overthink. Follow the ether of ink. Let spirit guide the paw and chi, while Boris grinds ink with teeth. Strike like a tiger, swift and true, just like Garlos would do. Step to the mic, he sets the tone with Mazzo's crisp meatball calzone. Italian gravy, grape drink too, broadcasting live. Microphone is here with you. From Japanese clan, he leads the way with honor, sharp as katana spray through stormy doubt and ego stew. He creates life inside of you, so raise your brush like battle axe. Let go of fear and pigment cracks. Let out arrive from cosmic dew and roar it loud. Painting God!
Ugh. Such beautiful music, brought to you by our very own petrified primate, Myro the Magical Monkey. Do place a tip in his bowl. If you have any honor, pay the monkey so he doesn't go hungry. Greetings, my beloved Japanita, and all you other filthy mortar scum, and welcome to another glorious episode of Painting Good with me, your illustrious demi-divine host, Fenderu-sama, demi-god of a Painting Good. We return to somewhere in the Ocean, where I have constructed a rusty amphibious tanker, burrowing forward through the waters, aggressively, with intent. Below sits a dirt shark. For those of you who do not know what a shark is, It is a hybrid between a cheetah and a shark. Now you know. If you would like to know more, we need a Painting Goo lore link. We need to start consolidating the Painting Goo lore. So people can look up the reference. Who's this tiger? What's going on? What's the monkey? There's a bear? There's a crow? What's going on? Apparently there's a chicken. What is happening? What am I watching? That's what so many people have said when they're like, what is this? What am I watching? I love it. I love it. Right. Orientation. Desire to know more intensifies. Do you want to know more? Fucking like, I'd love to have a lot of like really Japanese like Japanese style ads, you know, with the like wow and like the fucking letters and shit, like the over the top colors, floating text, fucking whiny little Japanese fucking like anime girl thing and all, like it'd be so funny, man. Like, if we did fake ads, you know, if we did fake ads for like, didn't who did that? Did Owen do that with like a bottle of pills or something? Pay your gay away or something, and it was like a bottle of pills. Oh god, it'd be so funny if we did our own like a brand of brushes or something. Painting Goo's very own brand of brushes. They're just called bitches. It's just like, get your own pack of bitches. They come in all sorts of sizes. There's fat ones, skinny ones, slender ones, sharp ones, fuzzy ones. Right, let me see. Orientation today is taking a while. I care not. Orientation is important. This used to be so much easier. You just didn't move the laptop. Once you got it, you just left it there. And it was there forever. Eternity. The orientation was eternal. Oh, we're getting there. We're getting there. I need to draw like a line somewhere like you would see on the floor of a boxing gym or some shit. Like, the angles are here, here, and here. Fucking like line the phone up with the wall with the fucking like. How do I look? Am I fantastic? Right. Please excuse me whilst I descend into proper Painting Goo posture. Huh? Was that enough? Just about. My frop knot is so big and froppy, it's basically not even in frame. Hilarious. Right. Konnichiwa, Maniguru. Greetings, Brother Desmondu. It appears you're the only one with any honor this day. I remember the gay away ads. Those were funny. It was about the pills, wasn't it? No bitches? Insert Megamind meme. We can help with that. 30 more. But it'd be so funny to do fake ads for Painting Goo. Greetings, scum! Like, that makes me laugh so much. Is the idea of like if he is actually a like from the perspective of a bitter demigod who like thinks he was unjustifiably banished from Chinese heaven by the Monkey King. Like, he just has a chip on his shoulder, so like he he knows the glory of the divine and the eternal and all. So when he looks at like the state of modern man, it's just like scum, filthy mortar scum. But I don't even I don't kill anyone. Well, actually, no. Didn't I say yesterday those? If you do not like and subscriber, you get the piker. like, it's like, as a demigod, I have killed many mortals, but only in certain circumstances. Constantly bitching about his unjustified banishment from heaven, but also constantly rationalizing and justifying why he kills people who don't watch his painting show. They have no honor. They should consider themselves blessed that they are allowed to live on my island and witness the painting do. Oh, fuck. Fropna is Mostri in frame. Mostri! Oh. Fucking hell. This has turned out not as bad as I initially thought it was going to turn out. I haven't really done anything with the shark yet. I'll try and work on that today. But the tank's looking out. The amphiba tank. The floaty boomy. the buoyant boomer. What a name for a fucking amphibious tank. The buoyant boomer. I need to do a proper painting of that now. Like some sort of amphibious M1 Abrams looking thing blasting through water like a jet ski. And just call it the buoyant boomer. If I could fit it on this somewhere, it'd be hilarious. It'd be tiny though. But I suppose Fuck Dragon was tiny too. I could just zoom in on it. Is there a choice of piker? I think it would be funny to issue someone an angry toothy fish. Like, yeah, those that's so much better. Those who do not like her and subscribe her get the piker. And like everybody assumes that it's because he sticks heads on pikes. But it's like, and you actually have some heads on pikes to like hammer that home. Be like, oh shit, like he's gonna cut your head off and put it on a pike. How do you know? Well, there's heads on pikes like around the place and all. Like, but then it turns out that those like are like pirates. Those are people who try to like invade the island of paint. Like they're bad guys in quotes, right? And the ones that don't like and subscribe to Painting Coon just get slapped with a pike, like the fish. Like there's just this ominous looking bucket and just some like sloshing around and stuff, and you're there like on your knees with your hands tied behind your back expecting the worst, and he just pulls this big pike out of the fucking like big barrel of water. He just pulls the pike out of it by the tail and just slaps you in the face with it. You must pay the price for no Rika and subscriber. You will fear the violent sting of the piker. Oh man. Every time we like what you call it, spitball, every time we like just like improvise ideas like this live on stream, it's one of my favorite things to do. Like I want it, like I could see it in my head and I could hear it and all. It's like so funny, like yeah, buoyant boomer's hilarious. Like, General, I'd like to present to you our latest design. an amphibious tank. Like, don't we already have a lot of those? Like, you know, like the fucking floating, like the hydroplaners with the fans and the balloons and shit and the rubber dinghy half fan thing. Don't we already have like a whole fleet of those things? Yes, sir. That is correct, sir. But we don't have one of these. like like just instead of a dragon's head, it's like, I don't know, what would it be? Fucking like, what's a really boomer thing, like, apart from NASA, obviously. Like, yeah, how fucking funny is that they did a launch on April Fool's Day? Fucking hell. What number was it? Artemis something or else? Something. I'm literally like just before I turned on the stream, I was catching up on Owen's stream. And he's like watching the fucking thing launch and stuff. It's so funny. Oh, itchy Baku. Ugh. Oh, I'm gonna be fucking exhausted later. I'm doing the stream, and then an hour later, I'm going to fucking one of the community things for 2 hours. So the female's cooking today. I already warned her. I was like, I'm here, and then I'm here, and I've already done this, and all this fucking shit. You're making food today. I made burgers the other day from scratch. Mostly from scratch, you know. Obviously, I didn't like make the bun, and I didn't slaughter the cow and produce mincemeat. But I bought mince and you know, lettuce, cheese, buns, brioche buns. I think if you're having a burger and it's not a brioche bun, it's not a real burger. I told Sonia about the launch yesterday, and she thought I was taking the piss. Like, how? But like, that's it. Like, the part of me would love to like be a fly on the wall in NASA. Like, do you know what I mean? Because you'd probably laugh your fucking tits off. There's probably like there has to be guys in NASA that know what the crack is. Like, do you know what I mean? Like. And they like play pranks on Don Pettit and shit, like, like, hey Don, smell this, you know, like, oh, it's a new nano fluid. We designed it yesterday. Has an interesting scent. Smell it. He's like, oh, like, what is that? That's not nano fluid. How do you know? What the fuck is nano fluid? Just that scene of him where it's like, we could go back to the moon in a nanosecond, but we destroyed that technology and it's very difficult to build back. It's just the most ludicrous thing you've ever heard in your life. Could you imagine if they were like, we destroyed all the cannons from like the fucking 1400s and 1500s and shit, like, so we can't make cannons anymore. You know? It's so hard to build a cannon, like, you know. Oh, it's way more sophisticated though. They're rockets. Okay, yeah, sure. Like, fuck off. Like, it's not exactly rocket science. I am telling you now, like, if I spent a year looking into it, rocket science probably isn't that fucking like intense. What, like, you're just like the right ratio of propellant versus like the structure you put it in. So instead of an explosion, like, you know, I mean, like, bullets work, and that's just in a fucking explosion, you know. I don't know why they would, like, especially at this stage, why does anyone need to be in the rocket? Why does there have to be astronauts? If you've got all this tech that's wireless up to like 100,000 miles away and all this fucking shit, why can't you just slap a fucking GoPro on a fucking, you know, like a supersonic missile or some shit, or one of them hypersonic missiles, and just like shoo, and just like fire it into the fucking Was it the stratosphere? What's the last one? I don't fucking know. What's the last sphere? I if I ever make a fucking like if I ever make a funny cult that's like a parody of NASA, like the final, instead of like the 33rd degree, it's going to be the final sphere. Like, it is at that point you enter the final sphere. The metasphere. Oh, for fuck's sake, like. Right. Orientation, good. Tobias, good. Boris, good. Nitnog, good. Monkey, good. Still petrified. Excellent. Before we begin the goo, a quick message from our brother Garros, our resident Siberian tiger, who would like to remind you to like and subscribe to Painting Goo. Rest I fring him at you. And the last thing you want is for me to fring this tiger at you. It would be most unfortunate. I don't know if you've ever had a Siberian tiger like just flung in your direction before, but it's terrifying. Right. What day is it? Thursday? Yeah. I need some metal in my life right now. And it's just you and me here, bro. So everyone else is being gay. Everyone else is just being gay. Let me see. Where's the metal playlist? I need metal in my rifle. It is of most import. It is of the greatest import. Let me see. Metal by Stabro-sama. Right, here we go. Brace for Punjab fiber. Okay. Kind of needs a bit of work. We need a uniform color here.
Dust in the wind, it clogs my veins. Footsteps sinking filth, nothing remains. Every breath I wage against decay, against the play. Runs yet never scrape the ground in my strength.
Grifu-sama.
I stand alone, a clean man in this rotting, broken land. Rivers black, the skies are gray, but filth won't take my soul
Female. What do you want? You make small coffee. What? No? Alright, cool. My chi is now flowing. Astabru-sama! Ever notice how the circle thingy on the Indian flag looks like a balloon knot? Ooh! Waifu back in hospital, so I'm on school duty today. Hope you're all well. Is waifu okay? It saddens me to hear this, Brother Saburo-sama. I shall speak to the Divine Council on your behalf. Indeed, sending positive fiber to waifu. May she recover swiftly from whatever vexes her. Be not dismayed, be disgayed.
Definitely.
Exorcise your demons, your gayness. Expel it from you.
You okay? Hey. Did you just get it? Thank you.
Swim, run, right back, more back.
Okay. Well, then sure, that was no idea.
Swim,
It's not big.
run, bike, more back.
Yeah.
This is my goal, to slay the mountains up, never to stop. I am become Iron Man. To crush is my goal, to beat the pavement raw. With blood in my socks, I am become Iron Man.
Your water structuring abilities have a much improved over time, Defenderu. The Monkey King shall take notice. I care not if that hairy, tiny penis fuck notices my already blatantly obvious divine abilities with structuring water, as you call it. What I want is for the Divine Council to undo their decision of relegating me to this realm as a result of that buffoon's idiocy. That is what I desire. Fuck the Monkey King. Thank you, Sabaru-sama, for your comment too.
With blood Swim, swim, run, run, ride bike, more bike. Swim, swim, run, run, bike, bike, more bike. To crush is my goal, to slay the mountain top, never to stop. I am become Iron Man. To crush my goal, to beat the pavement roar, with blood in my socks. I am become Iron Man. Grow food, sell home, more home, climb the mountain tops. Watch bear, shed weakness, strong mind, stronger heart. Swim, swim, run, run, ride bike, roll bike. Swim, swim, run, run, bike, bike, roll bike. To crush is my goal, to slay the mountain top, never to stop. I am become Iron Man. To crush my goal, to beat the pavement roar, with blood in my socks. I am become Iron Man.
Oh. They're on the way, don't you worry. I'm going to maximize the derp on this one. It does look very killer whale, doesn't it? Like, not so much megalodon. Like, that's what you said, wasn't it? Making a megalodon one. I tried. I didn't try. I never try. I just do. Painting goo 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 goo. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, you filthy mortal scum. And pray for the goo, or your ancestors will roar in their graves and show you their asses and fart at you. You heard the man. すみません。Nothing worse than Ancestor Fatu. Indeed! We've all smeared a riving fart from a beloved one or a stranger in a cinema. Have you any idea how powerful and smerry a fart from a corpse is? Not to mention a wrong dead corpse. Smerry. Oh, すみません。Noodle. Curry noodle. Curry noodle. And tuna. Tuna curry noodle. Time for phrase of day already? Damn! That went quick. Time flies on Paintingu. Right. Where is it? Wo ist es? Wo ist es? This a one?
With a dick.
No, not that a one. That a one. Right. With the help of my feathery friend, Tobias Beakus Croas, I will announce today's phrase of the day.
With a ding of my tiny donga, with a smiley songa, I sent
I'm going to start that again because it was low. It was very, very low because I forgot to turn it back up because I am retarded.
vibrations through the interwebs to cleanse you filthy mortals of your dirty, filthy cheek, and allow it to flow freely as I announce today's phrase of the day. You
Right, today's phrase of the day. It is better to share a shack with your beloved than to share a castle with your enemies. I don't know about you, but that seems blatantly obvious. Right. A fine phrase, if phrases are things that are horrifically obvious. I think any man with his salt would rather be in an outhouse in Siberia with his beloved than a fucking castle with his enemies. Although, if you're in a castle with your enemies, is that because you've besieged their castle and you are currently in a castle with your enemies? And it is soon to be formally your enemy's castle and soon to be your castle? In that context, being in a castle with your enemies is probably not that bad. Simply an occupational hazard. Right, bonus Polak Joker. Polak goes into appointment for an eye exam. Eye doctor, please read aloud the following letters to the best of your ability. CZWIXNOSTACZ. Letters. I know this guy. No, not funny. For me. I'm not Polish, nor do I have a potentially undeserved hatred for Polish people. It's like letters. I know this guy. Like, what the fuck? Like, how does that even make him stupid if that he just sees letters and he's like, I know that guy? I mean, like, sure. I mean, he's probably a bit retarded and fuck. At least he can recognize letters. Can't be that stupid. I don't know. I've seen some pretty fucking retarded human beings. Right. Back to the tunes. Back to the tuna. Indeed, Desmond Osama. Timing is one of the many P's of Paintingu. It's punctuality! Punctuality, you filthy mortal scum! Slowly, but surely, I will carve something gorgeous. But subjectively, it's very metal. It's beautiful. It's rusty. It's angry. It's besides something probably that's going to be derpy and adorable. But you must have patience. Patience is one of the many P's of painting. You have no patience, sir. I have no timer for you. I have no patience for you. A derpable is quite a derpable. すみません。 Some good news with the bad. I just received the most glorious news. My youngest brother's female is with child, and there is much celebration. Excellent! Rife is on the way! Ah, Printer Summer! You rare king motherfucker, you! Stealth mode. Monday on a Thursday. A Monday in Africa.
For this disgraceful act.
That's one of my favorite bits ever. A tiger in Africa. I love that.
Winds of exile strip the soul bare. Names erased and frozen screams. Brusco calls with a hollow throat where Mondays never end in dreams. Unclean Monday, shame-shamed, unseen Monday, cast out, betrayed Monday, buried in Monday. was choking on sun. You sold tomorrow for comfort today. Left us to die. Now I spit it away. I carry the weight of what you ignored. Still in my lungs, but open my car. Salvare mente, salvare pani. Asi chain to dange ulkne kaani. Puryadi bhul asi no para nahi. Gandagi to bahar roshni pal sahi. Roshni pal sahi. I won't bow to the rocks you normalize. Won't praise the lies you fossilize. We learn, we burn, old decay. Teach the young ones a better way. Roots in the soil, eyes on the sun. A cleaner world when the damage is done. Zameen meri maan se rakhi hai saambh. नवेरा बनाएंगे तोड़ के हर जाल पुरख्यां दी भूल असी दोबारा नहीं
Hirukareki have chicken poku.
वल साहे out of the filth into the light.
That shark's eyes are quite dilated. Indeed, maximum derpage.
Addicted to the boat of a poison ground. Inherited Ashra's choking on sound. You sold tomorrow for comfort today. Left us to dead, now I spit it away. I carry the weight of what you ignored. Still in my lungs, but open my core. Salvare mente, salvare pani. Si chain to dange ulkne kaani. Puryadi bhul asi dobara nahi. Gandagi to bahar roshni wal sahi. Roshni wal sahi.
Looks like he is a tripping bars. Probably. Very rightly.
روشنی ولا صاحیه روشنی ولا صاحیه روشنی ولا صاحیه روشنی ولا صاحیه The accumulator of the world, being charged by left and right. Sheep never witnessing their embedded parasite. Polarity shifting back and forth like the winds. The weeds of the nations, thick and overgrown. We will one day see what we've all come to know. Count the wires buried in bone, every thought rooted, not your own. Hands unseen, guide the herd, soft commands, never heard. Screens glow, while lies decay. Change their life, when trust destroys. You call it freedom, I call it freed. A patient harvest, blood and death. Nor chosen, turned at birth. Numbers bloom inside the dirt. Flesh learns fast what minds ignore. When the gate swings wide, there is no door. Sex by sex by sex, yeah. You will know them by their tracks. Trees that bear no fruit, know him by his brood. Delicate legs of millions rotate back and forth, oblivious. They are but food. They are but food. Those repeat what they fed. Borrowed thoughts masquerade as head. Gold-plated lies poured down throats. You cheer the chains that cinch you close. Temples built from glass and code. Worshippings and data loads. You kneel daily, never ask who weighs the soul or rows the mass. Signal hums, veins comply. Every truth pre-approved lie. The bell is rung, the dogs are loose. The fence dissolves, you feel the nose. 6 by 6 by 6, yeah. You will know them by their tracks. Trees that bear know him by his brood. Delicate down. One
Oh,
by one.
飲めます。
Breathing stock, measured days, life reduced to yield and waste. You are the cloud. No shepherd halo, no throne clean. Every crown runs red beneath. You search the sky for judgment's hand. It grew from soil you couldn't stand. When the veil tears and the swarm pours through, there's no distinction between them and you. Sex by sex by sex. Shed it by shepherd and dance. Trees that bear no fruit rot from barren roots. Delicate legs of millions scurrying back and forth, oblivious. They are but food.
Right, my beloved Japonator. That is all I have time for today. I must leave you now. Do not weep. I will return, probably, sometime tomorrow. It will probably not be at 4 p.m. GMT. I am gardening goo again. I will be raking and plowing from early morning till probably lunchtime. I have no idea yet. But I will go tomorrow. Probably. I will let you know. But for now, I must leave you. Remember to pay for painting goo, if you have any honor. Filthy motor scum. And I will see you soon. Be good. Be true. And be beautiful. Huh? God bless. You may leave now. Unless you're paying for painting goo. Then leave. Sayonara.